Howdy folks, you on the C Gonna Speed 252 show. Scroll over to the right, click that subscribe button, and join this awesome community. What's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of C Gonna Speed 252. Definitely hit that thumbs up button, give this video a thumbs up right now, as I'll let it push it up in the algorithms. Also hit that subscribe button. My goal is to get 30,000 followers by the end of this year. By the end of this year, 30,000 followers. If you are new, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. And also, go over to my Instagram page, which is C Gonna Speed 252. Type in C Gonna Speed 252 and follow me there as well. If you'd like to check out some of my awesome merch, well, here's my website. So I hope you all are doing great. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope everyone had an amazing weekend. And once again, thank each and every one of you for pushing that play button, hitting that thumbs up button, hitting that subscribe button. So there's an article I found that MotorTrend had an opportunity to ride inside of the 2023 C8 Corvette Z06. Now, that being said, I actually want an opportunity as well to ride in the Z06. Who doesn't? I want to hear and feel what it's like to be inside of this new Z06. Let's talk about how MotorTrend feels about the 2023 Corvette Z06, the ride and the handling. Driving this Z06 in the curves would definitely test the suspension in this car. It engaged pretty well with the downforce that is created by the front splitter, the diplanes, and the underbody aero fences, and the rear wing of a new optional Z07 package. They go on to say that you will totally feel the transition from the tour through the sport through the track mode. In tour mode, various bumps and lumps are traversed with a remarkable remnants of the old Lotus. After a few miles in this mode, we fully concur with the engineering team's choice of stiffening the 2023 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 overall ride rate by 35% relative to the Stingray's optional Z51 setup. Now, a lot of people out there always ask, is there a huge difference between the Z51 and the Z06? I get those emails a lot. And personally, I can't answer them because I've never ridden or rode inside of a 2023 Corvette Z06. And I'm hoping to get that opportunity sometime this year. But I will say, the 2023 Corvette Stingray is one car that I wish everyone can have an opportunity to drive and feel just alone. They go on to say that stiffened springs quicken steering response and add significant roll control to allow the auto roll bars to be softened a bit. Track mode feels too brittle. Now, one of the guys hop out of the standard Z06 and hop into the Z06 with a Z07 package. This car has the standard carbon ceramic brakes and optional Carbon Revolution carbon fiber wheels, which get wrapped into a Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 RZP tires. Standard Z06 wheels got a sole on the Pilot Sport 4S ZP tires. Now, I had the opportunity to see these tires in person on the car and at the display when I went to go see this car for a second or third time in New Jersey when it was at Sciocco. As you guys know, that car looks freaking phenomenal. The tires on this car is humongous. I literally thought the tires on a Z51 package was huge. Now, when you take a look at the tires on a Z06 version of this bad boy, it is ridiculous. And if you take a look at the tires on the Z06, Z07 package, they look like slicks. Literally, you can get the best grip you can possibly get when the right temperature day on a track with those bad boys. They go on to say that the overall ride rate with this setup is just another 8% stiffer than the base Z06. And in magnetic selective ride control, 4.0 tuning is identical. Only the steering assist programming must be altered to cope with the lower wheels and tires. So that's just the basic of just being able to have an opportunity to be inside of the 2023 Corvette Z06. We're all asking questions. How did this car ride? Because we know how it sounds when we hear the clips and things like that. I've definitely heard this car in person and it sounds freaking amazing. Also, the dealer tour is still going around the world right now, so you can actually step on this machine that I placed in an earlier video before, where you can actually push this button and it will give you the sound and the vibration of the 2023 Z06. Now, I will admit, it's not the same as probably being inside the car or standing outside the car, but you can kind of get an idea of what it may sound like depending on the volume of this thing. Just recently, there have been photos and videos of Tag Structor driving the 2023 Corvette Z06. Now, it seems in that video, he was driving a torch red coupe with the low wing base model. I think it was a coupe, but it's one of those videos I seen not too long ago. So it's great to see the engineers driving it, especially a head engineer, because what that tells us is that they are really fine-tuning and getting this car ready to go. Now, when this car was once unveiled back in October, they told us that this car will be available to take orders and sometime in March, and this car will be in full production sometime in summertime. But unfortunately, it sounds with some more news that's been coming out about the 2023 Corvette Z06, and a lot of people that I've talked to were hoping to have their cars by Corvette and Carlisle. As you guys know, Corvette and Carlisle is one of the biggest Corvette events in the world. I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of engineers there that's going to have their Z06s there. But unfortunately, it sounds like a lot of customers won't have the Z06 in their hands based off the things I've been hearing and reading. And I was told that maybe production on the 2023 Corvette Z06 will start sometime in August, late August. And as you guys know, Corvette and Carlisle is usually the 26th through the 28th. And with that being said, if even production starts at the beginning of August, it's less likely that people will have their cars in their hands before Corvette and Carlisle, because they're probably going to hold it in quality control for a while. At least when I first got my Stingray, they held it in quality control for like a month. And so I seriously doubt that a lot of people are going to have their cars in their hands by Corvette and Carlisle. But to give you the final thoughts of what MotorTrend said about the 2023 Corvette Z06 is that the development team sought out to find the best opportunities for the 2023 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 with a very echoes to make it more special than the 2020 Stingray Z51. It certainly seems to have done so. While the Z51 was designed and developed with approachable performance that won't frighten the front engine Corvette faithful, the Z06 is designed to seal the deal with buyers who know what to expect from a mid-engine supercar. Toward the end, its throttle's mapping, especially in sport and track modes, is far more aggressive, and every Z06 will respond to all control inputs in a quicker, more direct, and linear fashion. Now, like I said before, I feel like I wish everyone can have an opportunity to ride or drive the Z51 Stingray. That thing alone is quick. It's quicker than my Grand Sport. I get people all the time that see me and say, hey, which car is faster, your Grand Sport or your Corvette C8? And I always tell them, it's my C8 Stingray. Why? Because the motor is in the back and the power goes straight down and go forward. Whereas with my Grand Sport, the power is in the front. It has to go from the front to the back, then down and forward again, if that makes sense to you guys. And also on top of that, the Grand Sport lacks horsepower at 465, and we're talking about the C8 Stingray that has 495 horsepower. So that also makes a big difference too. With that being said, you guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if it's your first time here. Definitely hit that subscribe button. I will see you again in another episode of Seagull on Speed 252.